1, 2, 3. My name is Sam Reider. I'm an accordionist, pianist, and composer based in San Francisco, California. I lead an ensemble of musicians from all across the country called the Human Hands. This is a 3-part series about listening to folk music. For the purposes of this video, I'm defining folk music as music that's passed from musician to musician through a process known as the oral tradition. Some types of folk music have written notation as well, but the soul of the music is taught and learned by ear. In each of these videos, I'll be interviewing and playing music with a different folk musician. Brianna Thomas, Tatiana Hargraves, and Jorge Glem are some of my very favorite artists and dearest friends. We'll dive deep into the blues, Appalachian fiddle music, and Venezuelan music. We'll explore their different traditions and the ways that active listening plays a role in their musical practice. We'll introduce different instruments, sounds, and rhythms, and listen together to some musical examples. Our goal is to open the doorway, to provide you with the context and the tools you need to explore some different types of music than what you might already be familiar with. At the same time, we hope to empower you to unlock your own creativity. Through writing, drawing, singing, or any type of art, everybody can practice active listening, and we all can connect deeply to the world of sound. This first episode will focus on the blues. My guest is Brianna Thomas, an incredible vocalist with whom I've had the pleasure of performing all around the world. In addition to being an amazing artist, she's also a wonderful teacher and one of the very best listeners I know.
I am Brianna Thomas. I'm from Peoria, Illinois, and I am a vocalist. I perform with a bunch of different musicians. New York City is a place where there's all kinds of musicians from all parts of the world, and there is just this kind of tapestry of sound coming at you all the time.
Like many musicians, Brianna was introduced to music at an early age.
My father was a vocalist and a drummer, and he was in a band and they practiced regularly. Growing up hearing Etta James, Etta Jones, Aretha Franklin, Nina Simone, Billie Holiday, Bonnie Raitt, a gamut of different people who, at the end of the day, if you look at my dad's catalog of music and my mom's catalog of music, how I feel about it is they just like the truth being told. And there's a kind of music that kind of thing permeates different genres. And that's why the blues is the key to like every kind of different things, because it's just, you know, it's the truth being told. See, Reider, see what you have done. You made me love you. Now your gal done come. You made me love you, and now your gal done come.
The classic rhythm of the blues is the rhythm of your heart. Dun, 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 dun. But the way that the artist interprets this rhythm is what makes his or her own style unique. It's all about the attitude.
Your shoes don't fit you, and your clothes, they're not buttoned right now.
Oftentimes, blues lyrics follow a simple AAB form. You sing a phrase, you repeat it, and then you offer a response. You'll hear this again and again when you listen to the blues.
When you sing or play, or like when you give music and make music, and you are telling these stories like this, people go away with a snapshot. And that is the heart of the snapshot that you give them. That is There it is right there. They go away knowing what you said and they don't remember every word. They remember something happened and then something else happened.
The blues is an African American art form that was originally born out of slavery.
The blues was a language that was spoken comfortably among the slaves. You know, the very like point of a juke joint, why a juke joint was as raucous and as fun and crazy as it was, is they could go there, whereas they couldn't go anywhere else in the world as Black people, woman, man, child, whatever. They could go there and say how they felt and be who they were and say what they thought. The blues was birthed in those places, but it was also birthed as a chorus line, if you will, of people picking cotton together, singing in one accord, you know, working together, listening together, moving in one rhythm together, you know, reaching for a common goal. The blues was birthed also in the churches where all of these hymns that were taught and taught, yes, to keep African Americans in check, to put the fear of God in them, yeah. But many of those things developed into new songs, into Negro spirituals, and into anthems that were code talk for freedom. Wade in the water, God's gonna trouble the water. And hold on a little while longer. Hold on a little while longer. Hold on a little while longer. Everything is gonna be all right.
Hold on just a little while longer. Hold on just a little while longer. Hold on just a little while longer, and everything is gonna be all right.
When you listen to the blues, you're listening to someone speaking the truth, and this is a very powerful experience for both the performer and the audience.
You're both experiencing it and participating in it. That is the relationship between the musician and the audience that is so sacred, because there's a place of trust where the listener comes to listen and the musician comes to tell, but we listen to a great deal.
When we listen to Brianna sing the blues, we feel drawn to her truth, to her story. And we can also feel that she is connected to a tradition, a long line of artists that have come before.
When I sing the blues, I'm singing the continued story. You know, Ma Rainey, Big Mama Thornton, and women like them who were not only vocalists, but band leaders and bosses. You know, they were in a world where they were women and they weren't white women. They were Black women. That time period and today too. You know, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
I'm going away, baby. And I won't be back until fall. And if I find me a good man, I won't be back at
And when you, without fear, tell your story, it empowers everyone around you to live well, be well, and share their story too. And I think that as artists, it's very important, yes, that we tell the things that we're experiencing now and in whatever mode that we need to tell them in, because somebody has to tell it. History will be told. And I think artists many times are the trumpets that tell the truth. So I think that it's time to tell our stories as artists for sure.
I asked Brianna for some listening suggestions, and during our interview, we listened to 2 blues recordings together. Ella Fitzgerald was one of the most important jazz vocalists of the 20th century. She's known for her amazing vocal range, her swinging phrasing, her improvisation, and her cool style. Big Mama Thornton was a blues singer and songwriter with a powerful voice backed up by an electric band. She also was a big influence on rock and roll icons like Janis Joplin. As you listen to these recordings, I'd like you to pay attention to 3 different musical layers: the content, the performance, and your reaction, or how you feel about the music. In order to do this, ask yourself questions while you listen. When you listen for content, ask yourself, what instruments am I hearing? Is it a large band or a small band? Do the lyrics tell a story? Do they rhyme? Do you hear repetition? When you listen for performance, you can ask, what type of emotion is the singer expressing? Does this feeling correspond to the story, or is it different? Why might that be so? How are the instruments in the band interacting with one another or with the singer? When you listen for your own reaction, you can ask, how does this music make me feel? Why does it make me feel that way? Do I feel like singing along? If I were going to dance, how would I move? Do I have experiences or memories that relate to the story of the song or to the emotion of the singer in a specific moment? In the resource guide, I've included both of the recordings as well as some others for further listening and exploration. Your homework assignment will ask you to respond to some discussion questions and then compose your own blues lyrics that speak your truth. Happy listening.